Hi guys, my name's Niko, and this is going to be the third episode in my blog series about my upcoming album, which is called Even in Dreams. So in the last week I've got some really good work done, but it's actually been mostly around writing. I know I said I was going to be doing recording, but it turns out when I made like a big spreadsheet of all of the tracks and how far I'd gotten with the writing and the arrangements, I was actually much further away from having a complete album than I thought I was. But the good thing is now I am really close. I've got 6 or 7 songs completely done, beginning to end, and I at least have the skeletons of all of the other ones. So I've got the 13 main tracks as well as an intro and an outro, which makes 15, which is actually quite a lot of music. But anyway, what else? I was doing some recording, just arranging some drum parts and bass parts and sort of filling out the guides for the songs. And hopefully I will be able to start recording some distorted rhythm guitar today, which I have been missing doing. I haven't actually done any recording of that nature in years now. So it's going to be really fun. Anyway, I'll show you some footage of just the stuff that I've been up to during the process. In the kiss of an eyelid, it's over. I don't know if you... I just have like a billion little things on my phone that are like, new recording 1, new recording 2, new recording 3. And I end up just like sometimes I'll be like riding my bike and I'll just like stop for a bit and record something that I have going around in my head and then like come on. In the kiss of an eyelid, it's over. Your pains all here on display. I could have This is like one that's going to go right at the end, but I haven't really made sure if... I'm not really positive if this is how it's going to go. But I like the melody. So here is my spreadsheet, and you can see that there's a lot of red stuff still there, which means haven't started. But the green's getting a bit bigger, and obviously I want this whole thing to be green eventually, so we'll get there. But I filled out a lot of this sort of section, which is mostly related to writing. So you can see these first 3 columns are like sort of writing related: track name, lyrics, and music. I've done a little bit of the drums on I Knew This Would Happen so far. And you can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tracks that are completely finished, which means that there's 6 more or 5 more to do to just finish off little bits of, if you exclude the outro, which is probably not going to take much time. Oh yeah, you can see here cover art. Here is what the cover art is going to look like for Even in Dreams. I think. I might just change my mind and change it again completely in between now and then, but even still, this will be an interesting like window into my mind at this time, and you know, maybe my poor decisions. But anyway, in terms of what it sort of means, I guess, like the iconography in the center, if you might recognize it or might not, it's Japanese characters for Niko. I can't really remember why I decided to use it in the first place, but I think it was mainly because I'm honestly a terrible graphic designer and I can't just like draw like a cool logo or whatever. So I have to figure out a way of sort of like cheating, and the best way for me, like I found that I you know, the Japanese characters like Niko sort of were, I don't know, it just came out looking very clean and simple, which is sort of my aesthetic, I guess. essentially just in lieu of having an actual sort of logo. So those two characters have sort of become my de facto logo. In terms of like the actual image there, now before I say this, I just know, I'm calling it now, that people are going to be like doing like Freudian analysis of what I'm about to say. But anyway, I chose to use this photo because I have had dreams that have contained sort of water related things, not exactly like drowning or something like that, but just like being in water and swimming and that kind of thing. So yeah, because like a lot of the inspiration for the music and the lyrics on the album is sort of from my personal dreams or my experiences with sleep and dreaming, I thought that this would be, I don't know, a good sort of conceptual representation of what the album is about. Hopefully it doesn't sound too sort of like, I don't know, snooty, I guess, too conceptual. Writing an album's this kind of weird experience because like the tracks that you write towards the end, like if you're writing a 13 song, like a 13 track album, and you're writing like track 11 or 12 or 13, it starts to get really hard to know what to do because everything sort of has to be in the context of everything else that's already there. It's like, oh, well, I already have 7 punk songs on this album, so like I can't just throw another major key punk song in there, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it starts to become really constricting. Like, I think there's a reason that a lot of albums are the same length, because like by the time you get to like that mid sort of teens number of tracks, you start to run out of ways to keep the same album theme consistent but also be fresh. You sort of say everything you have to say after about an hour or even 45 minutes. So I think I just wrote a new sort of chorus or a new song, I guess, that I'm thinking I'm probably going to replace with what I was just working on before as track 12. Let me just find these lyrics. It sort of goes like, hey, it is such a strong word. I said I'm sorry, and like a broken record, I keep on saying it over and over and over again. I know my words are worthless if I don't keep my promises. Still I shout sometimes, please forgive my pride. You are all I have, and I've taken you for granted. Yeah, something along those lines. And I'm thinking a riff like like something like that for the guitar. Yeah, I think I'll probably take a break and then have a go at the verse or the bridge, because I want to try and smash this whole song out today.